Cancer came knocking at our door, and we had our first experience with Asante.
I phoned my nurse friend in Canada. I said, this is what's happened. This is not a good warning sign, is it? She said, no, it's one of the warning signs. Get in there and see your GP right away. And I did. And from then it moved very quickly. And he sent me to Dr. Eaton. So he said, this is what we're going to go with. We'll do the surgery first, and then we'll see what the real results were. So when I saw him again after the surgeries, I'm so glad we went with the way we did, because it's a smaller area than what we thought, and now the margins are clear and we can go on. One other time when I was getting the mammogram and some other procedures, all of a sudden I could feel something on my arm, and I thought, that's got nothing to do with up here. And it felt like there was something, not crawling, but touching my arm. And I looked down and it was the nurse soothing my arm while they were doing this uncomfortable procedure. And I thought, how nice, you know, usually you would do that to a child. But she felt that this was going to make me feel good, and it did. That's when we were introduced to family house, somewhere to stay, and the Spears building, and then radiation, they become emotional about this now because it was such a new and different thing to me. I thought I'd done all the right things throughout my life.
The folks that were at the family house, at Cheney House, were able to guide us when we had questions. So they were intimately familiar with the Asante system. And so that was a real benefit. If we were a little confused about which way to go, they shared that with us. Would tell us how long it would take to get there, maybe, that kind of thing. So it was very helpful, not only the home away from home facet, which was wonderful, but the staff was able to help us, to comfort us actually in many ways.
Right away you know it's going to be more comfortable than a motel room or an Airbnb.
Yeah. And it's so much cheaper too. I mean, in some cases it's practically free, really, compared to trying to do this outside of the Asante system, outside of the family house or Cheney house. And for us, and I'm sure many other people, that was quite nice, you know, having that, having a little break financially from what otherwise would be stressful. There was something about Asante that made it special, and I say that, you know, with a pure heart, that Asante was genuine. They were technically competent, although I'm not the best person to judge technical competency, but they appeared to be technically competent, but they were also genuinely concerned, and that's something we truly love about Asante. In a sense, it's almost always been a business in the past. I mean, it's nice to know your GP, and it's nice to know some specialists, but medicine is kind of a business. We don't have that feeling here at Asante. It's almost a family. How can we thank you enough? Wow. How do you thank somebody that's given you life, you know, and done it in such a genuine way?
Yeah.